Hi guys, Rachel here with a VR to Mervat over at Egyptian Mystic. She created a tag called Top 10 Pip Decks, and I thought, how fun. I love pip decks too. I didn't include any Marseille, really, because, I mean, that would be impossible to choose. So let's just get right into it. I chose the Egyptian Tarot by Lo Scarabeo. I love this deck. I have more than one copy, and this is the edition with the titles in different languages in the borders. I also have one that comes in a set with a book, and the cardstock is a bit thicker. So I didn't put these in order. I was going to do that, and I've been so busy, but I'll do my best to show the pips in this deck. Here are the backs. I really love these historical Lo Scarabeo decks. There's just something very cozy to me about them. I don't know. Gorgeous pips. I love the papyrus aesthetic to it, or however you want to refer to that. So I'm not going to flip through the whole deck. I'll find some more pips. Here are the cups. Gorgeous. So colorful and so much fun. I feel like a little kid discovering ancient Egypt for the first time and falling in love with it when I play with this deck. The scarab there. Okay. So that is the Egyptian Tarot. All right, what do we have next? The Tarot Joga. I've said this before, I love how this looks like, I don't know, chalk drawings after it's rained, you know, and the colors are more saturated. This has a sensory sort of effect on me that I can't quite explain, in that I smell earthy odors whenever I open this deck. I grew up near a lot of parks which featured waterfalls, and yeah, it just evokes that time and place and the smell of wet rock to me. A very special, unique deck. Yeah, the pips are quite basic, and I really love them. Let's see if I can find more. Sorry if my hands are in the way. Okay. And these are in no particular order. There's no ranking to them. I just chose 10 pip decks that I really enjoy. The next one should come as no surprise to you. If you've seen my videos, it's the Vampire Tarot by Robert M. Place. And with some of these pips, they're, you know, slightly illustrated. Like, I love this little guy here. This little vampire. The garlic flowers for discs. Just one of my all-time favorites. So I won't dwell on this too much because I know I've shown it a lot. And I really love that this is a pip deck because I get so much out of them. Even if some are, you know, a little more illustrated than others. But if you'd like to see more, I mean, I've shown it plenty enough, and there's probably a number of walkthroughs on it out there, although it is out of print, unfortunately. Okay, the Hindel Tarot. This is another favorite. This is one that I really need to work more with. I love this sun card. Okay. Yeah, these might be my favorite. I don't know. These it's hard to say, but these might be my favorite pips out of any of the decks that I'm going to show. And this is another like another Thoth-based deck, I'd say. Oppression, 10 of Wands, see. Oh, isn't that beautiful? See, is that like a pearl there in this falling leaf? So when I say I need to work more with it, quite some time ago, I bought the books written by Rachel Pollack, and I haven't read them. At the time, they were hard to find. I found them for a very good price, but I think someone said they've been made more available recently, so I hope that's true. But I really want to study this deck more. It's so beautiful, multicultural, and I feel so much intent went into this deck. Some of the most amazing minors. Look at that. So gorgeous. Ace of Wands. Oh, man. Okay. Next. Pagan Otherworlds. Obvious choice. This deck is just so luxurious. Here are the backs. haven't had this deck very long, but I remembered the first thing that really drew my attention to the deck was the minors, the pips. Although, of course, I mean, the majors and the courts are beautiful. But look at the detail in those cups and the landscape. It's, oh. Look at the swan. Yeah. Just a favorite of many, and for a very good reason. It's so beautiful. And the cards, the cardstock is luxurious. I love it. Oh my God. All right, we'll move on. I'm sure most of you are familiar with that one. Okay. The next one is the Shakespeare Tarot by Scapini. This is another one that's been out of print for years, and I did a walkthrough of this deck some time ago. It's another one of the most beautiful decks, and I had warned people that there is a couple of different editions of this. There's a smaller edition, and the cards aren't as vibrant, and the cardstock isn't as fantastic. I don't think I have another deck with this stock. I can't even describe it. If you're curious, I have a walkthrough, like I said. But this is very similar, I would say, to the medieval Scapini. I chose this one for this video, but they're both beautiful decks. And this one draws from the Shakespeare plays. Sorry if I'm not very talkative. I was all excited to do this video, and I thought I had a lot more to say, and I guess I don't. I just want to show you some I just want to show you some pretty decks. Let's see if I can find some more pips. Caliban. I love these cups. These greens and golds. Oh, just gorgeous. I love the colors in this deck. But yeah, as I was saying, I did do a walkthrough, so. Okay, so again, that is the Shakespeare Tarot by Luigi Scapini, and it's also known as the Romeo and Juliet deck. The next one, well, this one is sort of a Marseille, but it's different enough. It's different enough that I felt I could include it. And it's a Marseille, but it's really a lot like a Minchiati. A lot of the imagery draws from that, and there is an expansion pack, which I am not going to show because it has nothing to do with the fulfillment of this request. Sorry that I can't talk today, but it's the Tarot by Mr. Freeborg. And there's more than one edition of this. I forget what the other one was called, but the other one had an aged look to it, and it wasn't my thing. Here are the backs. Gorgeous. Let's see if I can find some pips. Oh, here we are. So if you don't know this deck, yeah, it's very much like, I guess I'd say a Minchiati, a blend of a Marseille and a Minchiati, and like the Italian decks, except all of the faces are replaced by skulls, which I quite like. There's some pips, okay. Swords. Cups. Wands. Yeah, very, very Minchiati. Which actually, come to think of it, I don't think I own a book on Minchiati, like a good one. If anyone has a recommendation, I know that there's one or two out there. You can drop a comment below if you've read anything. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, man. I haven't used this in a while. I should be using it now. It's probably a good time to be using it. Gorgeous. So that is the Tarot by Mr. Freeborg. I think it's still available. I think it is. Okay. The next one is another Vampire Tarot. This is the Natalie Hertz one. This is also, I think, is it out of print? I think it is, sadly. This is another nostalgic deck for me because one of my besties growing up, she had this deck, and I remember her giving me readings on this back when I was sort of nervous to even be around, even be in the presence of cards. But I was a hypocrite because I was fine getting love readings. Anyway, that's another story. So yeah, this is a Pippish deck. It's fantastic. It's another one of those vampire decks that are cozy to me for some reason. I think I included this in my cozy decks video, which was also a tag. So much fun. I love the little bolt of lightning in the background through the window. I love that Hierophant. Yeah, fantastic. Okay. The Vampire Tarot by Natalie Hertz. All right, and what do we have next? I think just a couple more. I really hope that I brought them all in here. Okay, the next one is the Roman Tarot. There's a newer edition of this. You can find it on Etsy. It's by Christine Gianci. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but there's another edition that came out recently I sort of want to get, but I know I don't need it. But it has gilded edges, and I wonder if the card stock is any different. And there's a companion book that you can get that I did get, but it's on Amazon. I don't think it's on Etsy. Yeah, I really like this deck, and I can't wait to read through the book. There's a little white book that comes with the deck that explains it pretty well. But I haven't read the book yet. Let's see if I can find some pips. Okay. Here we are. Yeah, if you haven't seen Mervat's video over at Egyptian Mystic, I think I got her name right. Check it out. It's a lot of fun, and she has beautiful decks. I always find something new to me on her channel. Actually, yes, after watching that, I think it was that video, unless it was another one, but I want to say it was that one. I found a deck I hadn't seen and fell in love with it, and I bought it. Luckily, it wasn't out of print or anything. All right, so that is the Roman Tarot. Fun. And let's see. Okay, I think just one more, and this is an obvious choice. It's the Thoth deck. Okay, sorry, I'm in the process of edging this right now. I recently trimmed this. I had such a blast. I listened to some of my favorite poetry read aloud by that poet as I trimmed it, and it was just a wonderful experience. I felt like I was infusing the deck with the poetry, because I think that his poetry really suits this deck. Dylan Thomas. But yeah, I mean, I don't think you can dispute it. Like, these are some of the most gorgeous minors in any deck. I mean, look at that. This was one of the first cards that I fell in love with, like, years and years ago. It might have been the card that actually made me see this deck for the first time. But yeah, this is, you know, the US Games version. I have quite a few editions of this, and if you want to see more, I did do a Thoth collection video. The lighting isn't the best, but I did have fun making it. We'll see in the future if I decide to record one in better light. But I always have to film at night, so sorry about that, guys. I love this card. It's one of my favorites. It's so beautiful. Oh, they're all upside down again. Oh, look at that. Oh my God. So yeah, I think that was 10. It was supposed to be 10. If it wasn't, I'm sorry. But again, that is top 10 pip decks. I think I got the name of the tag correct, but it doesn't really matter because I'll make sure it is before I title the video. All right, I think that will do it. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.